All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Marketing Pains. My name is Will Hankey. Thank you so much for joining us today. Marketing Pains is the podcast where we talk with real window treatment and awning service providers or business owners about their successes and struggles related to marketing their business. Today, we have a fantastic service provider, Robin DuBroy. Robin brings 12 years of experience as an educator, guiding individual instruction and creating and designing personalized learning plans to her role as Director of Operations at Shazeebo. She oversees every aspect of the business from selling and marketing to training and installation. Her primary focus is developing the Shazeebo brand and ensuring that all customers and contractors get a great product. In 2020, she launched the Shazeebo Dealer Program. Drawing from the knowledge gained every day running Shazeebo, this program is designed to support anyone looking to add shade sales to their current business model or start their own shade sale installation business. Robin, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, great. So we met, what was it? It was in October of last year at the IFAI, I guess, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great event, huge event.
Yeah.
Lots of awning related stuff, right? Going on there.
Yeah, it was great how they combined the Sun Shading Expo and the IFAI event this year. I thought that worked out really well.
Yeah. I was actually speaking at the sunshade side of it, but it was great to have both of those in the same area. And that was a huge event. I was blown away as I kept walking around how, there was more stuff. Every corner you took, there was more stuff. So yeah, very cool. So give me the 2-minute elevator pitch about Shazeebo.
Yeah, so Shazeebo Shade Sales, we do shade sale installations locally in San Diego, but we also started a dealer program. And the dealer program is designed to fully support anybody who wants to get into the shade sale installation industry here in the US. So it's got training, we have materials and resources, everything from how do you sell these things to how do you do maintenance and troubleshooting and installation and everything in between. So it's a pretty great intensive support program if you're looking to add something onto your business.
Awesome. And how long have you guys been in business?
We launched the dealer program in 2020. I've been with Shazeebo since 2018.
Okay. All right. So you guys have, you're pretty established. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And you're Director of Operations. So you kind of have your hands in everything that's going on,
I do.
overseeing a lot of the pieces. So you kind of know what's all the moving parts, I guess.
Yes. Because not only do we have the installation side where we're servicing, homeowners, restaurant owners, your regular customer, but we have the dealer side too that helps with contractors and awning installers that want to add shade sales. So we have the business customer and the homeowner customer all at once.
Yeah. Okay. And you get to see both of those. So that's cool. So you see a lot of the struggles, a lot of the things that come up that, you have things that you have to solve, both locally and then of course, nationally, I guess, as well.
Yes.
That's great. So what got you into this field?
It's kind of a funny story, I guess. So I used to be in teaching. I was in K-12 education for over 12 years. And I just kind of hit a point where I was like, I think I need a change. I'm ready for something different. And my dad happened to be a salesman at a manufacturing shade sale company, Wholesale Shade. And he said, hey, we've been trying to put together this educational book. Since you're looking for a new career, why don't you help me work on this book while you're finding something else?
Okay.
So I went to work for them for the summer, and the owner was like, I think you'd be a great fit here. And so hired me on full time. We created Shade Sale University. It's about a 120-page manual about shade sales. And so I was working with Wholesale Shade. And then my boss said, you're here. Let's get back into doing the installations and maybe the dealer program came out of the Shade Sale University book.
Okay.
So that's my story.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, so what is with the dealer program, kind of what is the unique selling proposition, or what makes you guys different from other people doing something similar?
Yeah, I would say it's really the level of education and training that we provide. We do a 2-day in-house, in-person training at our warehouse in San Diego. And it's all hands-on. Everything from installing a bracket and setting a post to designing shade sails, because they're pretty unique. Shade sails are pretty much every job is going to be a custom job, unless you're installing ready-mades from Home Depot, which I don't recommend.
Okay.
But so there's a lot of design considerations, not only in terms of how they function, but just how they look, and are they providing the right amount of.
Uh-oh. I think we might have lost her. Oh, there you are. We lost you
There,
from
I was going to say you froze. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did
All right. Yeah, let's just go back to the question. So what makes your company
Okay, yeah.
different or unique from similar companies?
Yeah. So I would say it's the level of education and support we provide. We provide a 2-day training here in San Diego at our warehouse. So you get a look behind the scenes, you get training on every step of the process, from how to talk to your customers about shade sales, because they're still relatively new here in the US. People just don't know or understand them fully yet. So there is a lot of customer education that has to happen. So we train you on how to talk to and train your customers, how to design them, what shapes work best, what attachment points work best. We do some training on using SketchUp, a 3D design program, so that you can use that tool to sell it to your customer. Because once that customer sees that 3D rendering of their backyard and the shade sail and the shade it provides, oh, they're sold. They're like, this is the most amazing thing.
Okay.
So yeah, and then after that, it's just continued support. You basically have your own consultant person to call and talk to and say, hey, I got this weird project. Can you help me with it? And we're here for that.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So 2-day in town event. How often do you guys do it?
We run our training about 3 times a year.
Okay. And then people fly in. I'm assuming they sign up, they fly in. You guys host a 2-day event. How many people usually come to each of these?
We actually try to keep them small intentionally. So
Okay.
about 10 people at a time, usually 2 or 3 people from an individual company.
Yep.
And the intention there is that it's a small group. It's easier to ask questions. Everybody gets a turn with hands-on portion and everything. And then also with the dealer program, we're building this network of people. And we hope that they kind of also make friends with each other over the 2-day training. And so they can reach out to each other with questions as well. Because everybody has different experiences. Building conditions are a little bit different in every state. So it's nice to have connections and resources just all over the place.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's a great product, to have something where you're teaching something, and then, like you said, after it's done, they still have that support to be able to reach back out to you guys if they have a strange product or a strange circumstance or something like that. So that's great. Who is your main target audience for this?
So the people that are kind of like poised for it to work really well are people in the awning industry or landscapers. They already have the tools, they're doing outdoor work. The awning people are already in the business of giving shade, and shade sales provide this extra avenue of you can provide something different, because not everybody in your area is providing shade sales yet. I have a lot of people that call my office and we end up helping them DIY a shade sail because there's no one in their city that will install it.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to train people up, get dealers all over the place so that you can get a shade sale just about anywhere you are.
Okay. Do you guys see total noob question here? Do you guys see
Mhm.
more of the shade sales being sold in the South than in the North?
There are more shade sale installers in the South, but we do have quite a few in the North. I
Okay.
have two dealers in the New York and New Jersey area.
Okay.
So it
Interesting.
just becomes more of a seasonal thing. For example, we have a longtime customer that's in Colorado, and the key is you got to take the shade sails down before the first snow.
Okay.
That snow load will destroy the shade sail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he provides a service additionally that he will go down and take the shade sail down, store it for you for the winter, and then put it back up in the spring.
Oh, great idea. Okay. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
nice little value add. I like that. I guess
Yeah.
that's where my thinking was coming from, was the sun is kind of beating
Mhm.
down on you a lot more in the South, and that totally makes sense. So
Mhm.
you also
Yeah.
mentioned restaurants and things. Do you guys seem to sell
Mhm.
more to the commercial side, or is there more installs on the commercial side than the residential?
It just depends. So locally here in San Diego, we're about 70% residential and about
Oh,
30% commercial.
okay. Wow.
Um, yeah, and residential is a little bit of an untapped market because they tend to be smaller projects, so people don't they want to stick to the really big commercial ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a huge market out there for shade sales.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that's really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
If there's something that you could attribute to the success of the program, what would you say that
Mhm.
was?
You know, I would honestly say it's our staff, it's our employees. They're they're super dedicated. We hope to make it a happy place for them to work, and they have the knowledge and the drive to support the customer and make a good product. We make the shade cells as well. I haven't mentioned that yet. So not only are you getting an excellent product, but you're getting additional support. And we do the installations in the field here so that if I have a dealer in North Carolina that has a problem, I can say, well, here's what I did in the field, and this is how this worked for me.
Yeah.
And so everybody on my staff is dedicated to providing a great product and good customer service. And that makes all the difference.
Yeah, you guys really had that advantage of having the install side where you're actually out there doing the work as well as teaching it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that. What do you think is one of the biggest benefits that you guys offer on the dealer program?
Well, we've talked a lot about the education and the training, but I think one of the coolest benefits is when you first sign up, we will part of your dealer package is you get a display sale so that you can put up a shade sale and bring in customers up to a certain size, but free.
Sure.
And but every year after that, you get one free sale a year to donate to your charity or local community service of your choice. So we
Okay.
are really big on supporting the community and supporting foundations and organizations that help others. So locally here in San Diego, we've donated shade sales to the Humane Society, animal shelters, the food bank. We donated a shade sale to. There's a lagoon foundation that does preservation and education, and we really feel that's super important to give back to the community, and we want our dealers to be able to do that as well. So each year you get a free shade sale that you can install and donate at a local charity of your choice.
Oh, I love that. You're after my heart now as a marketing guy. There's some huge opportunity there, right? To do something great for the community, and then make sure you let everybody know that you did something great for the community.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
there's definitely an opportunity there to get, use that as an advantage to get in front of people without obviously, being blatantly self-promoting. But
Yeah.
that's great. I love it. Do you see any marketing trends, speaking of that, or
Yeah.
tactics that you guys wish you could take advantage of that maybe you aren't right now?
That's a great question. And I feel like we're a little bit grassroots with our marketing trends. I just hired a multimedia manager to really up our presence on social media and making sure the website is super maintained. But I would love to, yeah, it's what's good these days? Is it magazine ads? Is it a commercial somewhere?
Right.
It's part of the reason that I am involved with IFAI, which is now ATA, Advanced Textiles Association, is because that's kind of that's a marketing avenue for us. How are we reaching other people in the industry across the U.S.? If you're trying to target all of the U.S., what's the best way to
Right. Yeah.
advertise?
That's a big audience. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you see any kind of challenges with getting the word out about your dealer program?
Yeah, and I would say probably because, if the best people for the program are people in the awning industry or landscapers, or people in landscape architect design, um, are a traditional TV commercial is not going to get to them.
Right.
Um, so I find trouble in like, how do I target specifically these? It's a business to business marketing
Yeah. Yeah.
strategy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting on podcast, probably a good way to do that, I would assume, right?
That's my hope.
Yeah. 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 So related to the shade sail industry, awning industry, what kind of current trends are you guys seeing out there that we should be paying attention to?
Yeah, I think certainly shade sales are on the rise. More and more people are seeing them. You see them at local parks, playgrounds, restaurants. As after COVID, as people were moving outdoors, restaurants were looking for solutions. So now we're seeing a lot
Yep.
of shade sales. How do we enjoy our outdoor spaces more? And so it's certainly on the rise. So shade sales themselves are a new trend in the United States. And the market is not oversaturated. This is an excellent time to get into this market because the profit margins are still quite high and nobody else is doing it. And they're
Yeah.
so unique because they're custom. Every shade cell project is different. And
Yeah.
it's a really beautiful and functional product for the customer.
Yeah. And I guess if there's awning companies that are already doing awnings, adding on the shade sails just requires, like coming to your guys'
Mhm.
program, doing the 2-day thing, kind of learning how to do it, and then just adding it on as a product, right?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them around, and I think they're pretty awesome. So, uh, all right, here's a good one. If money were no object, what is the craziest marketing thing you guys would like to do?
Oh gosh. Well, given that we just had the Super Bowl, I would love to have a crazy Super Bowl ad, like
Okay.
something insane with like probably the a blimp and I don't even know.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
so some sort of mass media to get the word out to tons of
Mhm.
people.
Yeah,
Both,
yeah.
I would assume on the residential side, since you said 70% is of your work is residential, right?
Yes.
That would be great.
Exactly. I
Uh,
want Shazeebo to be a household name.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Any other things we need to know about the dealer program that you haven't shared?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, there's a ton of other perks and benefits to the program itself.
Okay.
You get toolkits. I mean, I could go on and on forever about it.
Okay. Where
But
could
I
where
think
could
we've got
people
it.
go to learn
Yeah.
more about the dealer program? Where would they start?
Yeah. So the best place to start is probably our website. It's just www.shazeebo.com. And there's a dealer section there.
Okay.
And then the next step is basically to reach out to me, send me an email, give me a call on the phone, and we'll talk more about it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll put all of your information in the show notes below here,
Great.
and make sure that if somebody does want to add this on as a potential service line, that they'll be able to reach you. So listen,
Excellent.
I
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you jumping on today. I love learning about shade sales, didn't know a whole lot about them. And I do love that you guys offer the program that ramps somebody up that maybe isn't even offering them right now, really gives them a great head start.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. This has been fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Robin. Thank you so much. And listen, if you liked this episode or any other episode, please subscribe to the podcast. We bring more and more window treatment, awning companies, and service providers like Robin to the show, and hope that you are enjoying it, and hope that you have a fantastic day. Again, Robin, thank you so much for being on, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody.